Number 1 says write the coordinates for each of the points on the coordinate grid. So first we're going to look at M. So if we look, we go over 3, up 4. Therefore, our x is 3, our y is 4. Then I want you to look at N, which is right here. So we go over 1, up 1. So our coordinate would be 1, 1. Next one is O, which is over here. So we're going to go over 5, up 2. So our coordinate would be 5, 2. And the last one is P. So again, if you look, we go over 2, up 3. So our coordinate would be 2, 3. Number 2 says solve, and you can use your fraction circle pieces to help you. So if we look here, our denominators are 5 and 10. We need to make them the same denominator, or to find a common denominator. So if I look at my multiples, 5, 10, 15, then I look at 10, 10, 20, 30. They both have 10 as a multiple, so we can switch the 5 into 10s. So to do that, to get from 5 to 10, I multiply by 2, so I have to do the same thing to the numerator. So now instead of 1/5, I have 2/10. 2/10 plus 3/10 equals 5/10. Because again, we don't add the denominators, we only add the numerators. So 2 plus 3 is 5, and our denominator stays 10. So again, we have 5 and 10. We already found out that 10 should be our common denominator, so we have to change our fifths into tenths. So again, to get from 5 to 10, we multiply by 2, multiply our numerator by 2, we have 2/10. So now we have 1/10 plus 2/10. So our denominator again stays 10, 2 plus 1 is 3, so our answer is 3/10. The last one is 2/3 plus 1/6. So our multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9. Our multiples of 6 are 6, 12. So we see we already have 6. So we have to change our thirds into 6. To get from 3 to 6, we multiply by 2. So we have to do the same to our numerator. 2 times 2 is 4. So now instead of 2/3, we have 4/6 plus 1/6. So our denominator stays 6. 4 plus 1 is 5. So our answer is 5/6. Number 3 says write a multiplication problem for which your estimate might be 300 times 70 equals 21,000. So again, we have to figure out something we would round to 300. So anything above 250 and anything below 349. So I'm going to do 326 times whatever other number has to round to 70. So it can be anywhere above 65, anywhere less than 74. So I'm going to do 72. And then equals, you are supposed to solve your actual multiplication problem. So whatever numbers you came up with, you solve it on your page. Number 4 says round to the nearest hundredth. So the very first thing we need to do is figure out where our hundredths are. So in the first one, it's this 6 right here. In the second one, the 1. The next one, it's the 8. The next one, it's the 0. And the last one, it's the 5. Again, remember your place value goes ones, tenths, hundredths. So now we need to actually round. So since we're paying attention to the 6, we look to the right. Again, anything above 5, we round up. So we're going to round our 6 up to a 7. So our answer would be 67 and 47 hundredths. The next one is 9 and 17 thousandths. We're looking at the 1 since it's in the hundredths place. So we again have to look to the right. Since it's a 7, we again round up. So we're going to round our 1 up to a 2. So it would be 9 and 2 hundredths. The next one, 43 and 284 thousandths. We're paying attention to this 8, so we look to the right. Since it's a 4, we're going to round the 8 down to an 8. So it'll be 43 and 28 hundredths. Next, we have 16 and 107 thousandths. We're paying attention to this 0 here, so we look to the right. Since it's a 7, we round up. So we have 16, 1, we round our 0 up to a 1, so we have 16 and 11 hundredths. Our last one, 5 and 658 thousandths. We're paying attention to the 5, so we look to the right, which is an 8. Again, since it's an 8, which is more than 5, we round up. So our answer would be 5 and 66 hundredths. Number 5 says, explain your strategy for rounding a decimal to the nearest hundredth in problem 4. So again, explain that you know your hundredths place is 2 places to the right of the decimal point, right after the tenths. So, since we're paying attention to that number, we look to the digit to the right, and that tells me if we should round up or down. Make sure that you explain you always look to the right to decide which way you are supposed to round.